Ahoy, mateys and gentlemen. I'm Captain Thorn, and welcome back to Total Warhammer 2, where we're playing the Vampire Coast. In our last episode, Luthor Harkon and his good friend Emmie took back the Poxmarsh from the traitorous mutineers coming from Talax. We're in a bit of a pickle though, because we've got Norskins and Lizardmen approaching towards our territory. However, even though it means leaving our main settlement defenseless, I'm considering sending most of our forces to Talax straight away to end the threat of the mutineers, hoping that the garrison we've still got here in the Awakening might be just enough to hold out should it come under attack. But we'll see. Anyway, let's get started. The first thing I want to do is talk to our good friend, in quotation marks, Count Noctilus.
Do you offer anything more than just your vessel of a body for my crew?
Yeah, you're a good fellow, aren't you, Noctilus? He's not interested in a non-aggression pact at all, probably because our balance of power has fallen massively and we're only strength rank 66. It's unfortunate because we have a mission to make good friends with him. But for the moment, let's get some troops, some fresh troops, into our army here. I think that'll do. And we'll raise some dead and do some recruiting.
My minds agree.
So next turn we should be able to send Luthor over here to Talax to hopefully clear out some of these forces there.
I have sailed the world.
Actually, here I think we can do a little bit of merging here.
King of the Vampire Coast.
That should be slightly better. Now let's see if Emmie can dig for some treasure. Ah, here we go. 2,000 gold and some infamy. I can't complain about that. And the Rite of the Sea Mist. Let's see about this. Rite of the Sea Mist. Attrition! Ooh, I could do with some of that now. Sadly, we don't have enough money to perform the rite, but if we did, I would definitely turn that on straight away, just to bring some pain to these lizardmen before they almost certainly take the blood swamps from us. Never mind. Let's see what we can do here. I don't think I'll be performing any upgrades just yet. Let's see how things go on the next turn. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's a hell of a lot of money, but we are taking that back from you. Do these ships actually attack? It would be really unfortunate if they did. There's a lot of them in our starting zone. Looks like for the minute they're going to leave us alone. Ooh, what's this? Ahoy there! We've come across an enemy encampment devoid of life. Let's see what we can do here. Heroes! Ooh! Well, let's get ourselves a Mongol Haunter, shall we? Successfully carry out any hero action. I'm sure that can be arranged. So, as expected, it looks like the Lizardmen have come to take Blood Swamp, but maybe our new hero might just be able to do something about it. That doesn't look like they can stop the movement of the enemies, so that's not overly useful to us. Anyway, let's see what Luthor can do about heading towards Talax and taking that for us.
Fear me.
Hopefully that should fall in the next turn. Meanwhile, old Emmie, you've done as much as you can. Let's see if we can scavenge some treasure. Cannot move in the current stance, eh?
All of aboard. Don't linger.
Well, neither of these are useful to us, so we'll perform better on the campaign. Ah, we got some treasury. That's very nice. So, let's head back to the Awakening. Put up some defense. Meanwhile, do I want to start this Curse of the Sea Mist right, or do I want to recruit some troops? That is the real question. Well, we have a mission to perform a hero action, so even if it's not overly useful, let's do that first. Hinder replenishments? Sure. Oh, it's a failure. Never mind. Instead, we will perform the rite after all. Hopefully, those lizard men will suffer some additional casualties in our territory. Alright, I think that just about does it for this turn.
I cannot guarantee your safety, especially from me.
Oh dear, it looks like these fellows do declare war. Well, that's just what I feared. But there's nothing we can do about it now. There's a lot of big fleets in our territory. Well, to no great surprise, we lost the Blood Swamps without even a fight. We could damage some buildings, but that doesn't help us in the slightest. Instead, our Morngul friend will meet up with Emmie to prepare for a counter-attack once she's got some troops. Yes.
We should act now.
With a few zombies behind us, we'll be able to take back that territory. Come on, Morngul. Get in there. And with that in mind, it's time to start the... Yes, thank you. It's time to start Luthor's fight against Talax. The forces there should be weak. This should be an easy battle. Well, the balance of power is good, but not quite good enough for me to wish to auto-resolve it. We might lose a few too many troops. Let's see how we do. With our overwhelming forces, we're going for a very simple deployment, with our gunnery units in the front, and our deckhands just behind them. We'll send the Mornguls and the dogs around the back, and hopefully this will be over very quickly. Let's see about taking out their leader with old Luthor. He's got this Kraken's pull spell because of his current mood. Hopefully that'll be of use to us. Our gun line's already in. Mongols are going round the back. Dogs are pulling in for a flank. Oh, let's try and get that bloated corpse killed before it can do any damage. Yes, taken out. And here come the dogs.
Have it! I can! Very well.
Okay, dogs, that's enough from you. Don't get caught up with that leader. You'll get annihilated. Well, it was going to be like this from the beginning, an easy victory, but I'm glad to see that it's happened. Let's watch the carnage. Whoa! Those bombs are serious! I may have underestimated them. They may be doing more damage than good at this point. I might have to think more carefully about these guys in the future. This is it, lads. It's all over. The Mongols are tearing Isabella Holloway to shreds. Decisive victory. That'll teach you for fighting against the Vampire Coast. Wretched mutineers.
A force to be reckoned with. I want devastation.
Now we have the option to plunder settlements, and that is a real question, isn't it? Well, we definitely have to occupy or raise. We're not going to sack because that wouldn't destroy the faction. I don't think we need this place. We are a seafaring people, so we're going to raise it to the ground. Yes! Destroy the Vampire Coast mutineers. That's exactly what we've done.
A force to be reckoned with.
With Talax taken, we've got to very carefully consider our next move. Do we head back around to take the Blood Swamps, or do we have Luthor move on to Swahotek? Well, it seems like our enemy's main forces are distracted over here, and I'm fairly confident that they will struggle if they try to take the Awakening. So instead, we'll have Luthor rest for a single turn to replenish his forces ever so slightly, and then march on their capital city, at least to get them out of the Blood Swamps, if not to take it straight away. There we go. Ship upgrade available. I don't know much about these things, you know. These ship upgrades. But if it's only taking one turn, and we're already encamped anyway, I suppose I'll take it. That'll do for now.
Amana, the mighty and ancient sea beast, attacks any and all, my lord, leaving destruction in its wake.
Well, I'm happy about that. Amana has attacked the lizard men. Serves you right. Looks like we've got extra weapon damage for all our armies. Well, we're definitely going to have to take advantage of that while we've got the chance. And old Luthor has a skill point. What are we going to do with it? Let's get some more ammunition for our marksmen, shall we? With that in mind, Luthor's army is in fairly good nick, and it's time to march on... I'm not even going to try and pronounce these city names. I'm sorry.
to waste.
We'll not be able to get there this turn, but mark my words. If those lizard men don't send in their armies to reinforce, we'll be taking it. And if they do send in their armies to reinforce, we'll be taking the blood swamps back. To that end, Emmie needs a few more troops. Good old Emmie.
It shall be done.
What would be good against these fellas? I can't say for sure. They seem to have a huge amount of very strong infantry. Frankly, the lizard men scare me something fierce, and I'm not sure how to deal with them. But a few bombers wouldn't go amiss, I'm sure. What do we have here? Well, let's improve our missile infantry, shall we? We've got plenty of them. Slightly worried by these Gentleman Jenkins hovering around in our territory, but there's nothing we can do about him for the minute. Lizardmen haven't moved out of the blood swamps, which is unfortunate, but it's only a matter of time before we get it back. Now, let's see what we can do about their main city. The garrison seems feeble. Time to attack.
To their grave. Loyalty is at a premium.
It looks like we have the opportunity to attack straight away, and under the circumstances with all the buffs we've been receiving, I think it's probably time we do just that.
A mass murder is due.
That it is, Luthor. That it is.
Start the onslaught.
Moving on to this battle here, it seems our enemy has a very advantageous position, forcing us to go over a couple of narrow little land bridges. I've split our forces up in the hopes of moving them across the bridges at the same time, so that we'll be able to maximize our damage, and hopefully in the meanwhile we'll sneak the Mongols across to hit them from behind. Let's see how we do. Ah, doggos can Vanguard deploy as well. I'm not sure how much I want to risk them, since they're not exactly invisible like the Mongols are, but we might as well put them further ahead so they don't get tired. Bless their little hearts. Oh dear, it looks like all their forces might be coming to us. Well, that's unexpected. But I can't say I'm unhappy about it. It gives us the advantage of height. These Mongols come in from behind, they'll be in serious trouble. Oh, they're approaching our batties. Oh! Hidden foes. Don't like that. Come on, get back in position. Advance up this hill, let me shoot you. That's what I like to see. Sitting ducks. They're getting shot to bits. Yeah, I'm not deciding exactly where it wants to be. Wherever they go, we're gonna flank them. Get in there. Take those riders out. They're rampaging. Oh, they're after our Mongols. Let's lead them around. Our Mongols are far too fast. Those riders are gonna get massacred. Oh, bombs! I forgot about bombs! Let's get them back until we need them. Let's have them not fire at will. How about... that'll do. Our enemy are losing forces and they have no idea what to do. It looks like they've finally decided to come back and face us. It'll be far too late at this point.
Quickly, now!
Oh, their riders are back. It'll be too little too late though.
By all means!
They can shoot us all they want because we've got the superior firepower. I think it's just about time for those bombs. Mongols have really led him on the chase. Time to get stuck in, lads. And with their units distracted and engaged in combat, time to get them flanked. Good doggos. The charge of the doggos! Yes! That'll sap their morale very quickly. Our bombers need to be doing good work, but focusing in the right place. If they don't, they're just gonna hurt our own troops. Okay, doggos. Time to get these javelins. I know doggos are weak, but surely they can beat skinks, right? Right? Wrong. I was mistaken. Oh, our Mongols have taken some serious damage. I keep forgetting just how strong these lizardmen troops really are. I don't like it one bit.
No escape!
Get in there. We can't afford to have any units unengaged at this point. Charge and retreat, doggos. Charge and retreat. Oh, that's the enemy leader. Luthor, you need to take him on. He's devastating our bombs. Mongols too. Get in there. Well, Doggo's getting hurt. We're losing troops, but only deckhands at the minute. I'll accept those losses. Don't like them, though. Enemy leaders taking a beating.
Yes, master.
Oh, we've got some dogs crumbling. That's very unfortunate. Their part in this battle is already over.
Gunnery mob. Gunnery mob. Aye.
Oh, the enemy is broken. The day is ours. It's a close victory, but we pulled it off.
A force to be reckoned with.
The lizard men are wiped out, and another city is just about to get razed. Yes. That'll teach you for messing with my territory. We even got the Dawnstone. Is that equipped?
Luthor are gone.
Pigeon Plucker Pendant or Dawnstone? Definitely going for the Dawnstone. Oh, what's this about the coward? Ah, another one of his personalities. I don't like minus 15 leadership at all, but I suppose we just have to put up with it. Well, our forces took some damage, but thankfully we are able to raise the dead to do some replenishment. So let's just do that. Straight away. We can get rid of some of these zombie deckhand units and then get some more. Oh, I like this mechanic. I like it a lot. What else do we have here? Well, I think we already have plenty of artillery. Why not throw in a bloated corpse, eh? Never hurts. Not us, anyway. Our doggos are looking worse for wear, but there's not much we can do about them at the minute. How about Emmie? Well, Emmie could do some raising, but...
The vampire coast prevails.
I think at the moment all we need is more troops. However, our income is not fantastic, so I can't afford to get any more. Instead, now that we've done some damage, it might be time to send Luthor back around, meet up with Emmie, and take what is rightfully ours, the Blood Swamps.
Request what you will, but I answer to no one except myself.
Another war declaration. Just what I needed.
Serve for eternity.
Lenny Suleiman is a hell of a name for a Mongol. But anyway, on the subject of diplomacy, I wonder if old Noctilus is feeling a little more amiable now that our strength rank is a bit better.
But there will be much pain beforehand. This is futile!
You're not my best friend, are you, Noctilus? I just don't want to bother you. For the minute. So it seems like the Lizardman army has left the Blood Swamps. It's not exactly undefended, and I'm not too sure where they've gone. But if we could just sneak in and take it, that would be absolutely fantastic. So, what I plan to do is just get Emmie a little bit inch closer.
Restless.
So perhaps in the next turn, if they don't come and attack us, we'll be able to sneak in and grab it for ourselves. Meanwhile, I've been looking at my treasure maps and I have a sneaking suspicion that the riddle of Ranald, while the flora of the world is exquisite in danger and beauty, it has always been the fauna that poses the greatest threat. I have a sneaking suspicion that the fauna might refer to this little part of my map right here. It might be worthwhile sending Luthor up to investigate. Yes, you're encamped, I know.
We will get there.
So now that we're in position, shall we dig for treasure? And we got it. It's only a miserly hoard, but every little helps at this point of the game.
King of the Vampire Coast.
There you go. How's our infamy doing? Ooh, number 10. Looks like we're ahead of all the competition, at least in terms of the Vampire Counts factions, and we're inching ever closer to our first sea shanty. But we've still got lots more work to do if we plan to win this game. For the moment, I'm gonna avoid some settlement upgrades because I want this right here. So let's... Aha! Our Morngul friend. Well, I get the feeling that these things are going to be much more powerful in battle than they are on the campaign map. So let's see what we can do about improving him. Yeah, as expected, these are all buffs that make him stronger in the battles. Well, let's start with the Killing Cold and work from there.
I cannot guarantee your safety, especially from me.
Really? Is this necessary? Is everyone going to declare war on me? Oh well.
Watch your words. They will likely be your last.
Ha 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 ha. No. It seems like our enemy, the Lizard Man, is absolutely determined to sit in the blood swamps. Well, if that's the case, fine. We'll take out the rest of your cities one by one by one. Luthor, you know what to do.
Stupid.
Breakneck speed. Large jaw.
Yes. Emmie, not much for you at the minute, but to sit here in the Awakening and do absolutely nothing. It can't be helped.
Admiral of the Fleet.
And we're just in time to upgrade our settlement here. The night sky bleeds purple. The wind of Shyish is strong, instilling the crew with newfound vigor and strength. Now is the time for action, for conquest, and for using this magical boon to our advantage. Shall we control the sea, or turn our attention to new lands? Well, I want the casualty replenishment rate, so that's exactly what we're gonna take. And with that in mind, it's time to move on.
As you were.
Let's siege this place.
Despoil and maim. Make corpses.
Well, we certainly can't attack this time round, but we will build some siege equipment. Oh, hang on. We can attack straight away. Still, I don't think it would be to our advantage. Let's get some towers built and a battering ram and start the siege.
Cutthroats, kill!
The big risk here is that the forces from the blood swamps will come up to try and attack us, once they realize that their town is under threat. But I'm not too concerned about that, because I'll just keep Emmie on standby.
Yes?
And if they do, the blood swamps will be ours. One way or another, we will have our day.
Admiral to be admired.
Ah, what's this? Emmie's got some skill points. Well, what do I want to do with you? I wouldn't mind upgrading your Invocation of Nehek. That sounds like a good idea to me. And with that, we'll end the turn. Oh, lizard men are on their way to attack us. Emmie is going to retreat.
Retreat!
Back to the Awakening. Seems like as long as Emmie's about, they're not willing to risk leaving to help their main forces. That suits me just fine. But with those developments, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today. We have sent our forces all the way from the Poxmarsh to pillage Telex and this one. And we're moving now to siege Zlant. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop. We're gonna siege this one as well. Meanwhile, the forces of the enemy, hanging around our blood marsh, are just waiting for their impending demise. Next time, it looks like we'll be able to siege this city down and finally make a move to complete our provinces here. But that'll have to wait. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I've been Captain Thorn, and this was Total Warhammer 2. I'll see you next time.